Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. I am Freddie C. Liebert.
We have the tools to keep us safe if we use them.
Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet, is urging the island's residents to practice the preventive measures to keep us safe from the novel coronavirus. These measures include social or physical distancing, avoiding crowded areas, washing hands correctly and frequently, wearing of face masks covering the nose and mouth, cleaning high-touched areas often, practicing sneeze and cough etiquette, keeping hands out of your face, staying at home if you are sick with a respiratory illness, and calling ahead before visiting your healthcare professional.
We have to be disciplined and practice using these tools to keep us all safe. We are on the verge of opening our borders. There isn't a vaccine yet. And when there is a vaccine, it is likely that the entire population of St. Kitts and Nevis will not be vaccinated right away, with the more vulnerable of our population being prioritized.
Dr. Nisbet also has some advice for parents.
Children 6 and under are not required to wear the mask because they might not be able to manage. However, persons who are older than that, they are encouraged to wear their masks, and with the opening of the borders, this is even more important. And therefore, we would have to strengthen our surveillance in that area and work along with the police in ensuring that this happens. So those persons who are between 6 and 11, they should be wearing the mask if they are being supervised. But once they are in the company of an adult, we expect that they should be wearing their mask.
Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet. Superintendent Lyndon David is appealing to all citizens and residents to adhere to the Emergency Powers COVID-19 regulations. Superintendent David is the commander of the Nevis Division of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force.
I am reminding all our hoteliers to continue to implement the necessary standards as set out in the regulations to ensure that you are ready for the reopening of our borders by the end of this month, and ensuring that all employees are fully aware of what is required of them. All managers and supervisors of businesses and heads of government departments are reminded to ensure that persons entering your facilities are wearing the masks.
He is also encouraging all to comply with the protocols to avoid prosecution.
The good citizens who continue to support us, thank you very much. I want to thank those persons who gave me the information, not only for persons who are breaching, but my own officers, and it's good to know that persons are reporting the police, because I'm saying that should not happen. And I thank you, and we will take all measures to ensure that our officers are abiding. As we want you to abide, we should abide as well. So we want to thank you for that. And those persons who are not complying fully, we are saying to you, come on board. The period of opening is just at the door. Do not wait until a loved one of yours come down with COVID, because we are now open and the risk is much greater. Now is the time to put things in place.
Making remarks at the October 5th Nevis COVID-19 EOC briefing, Superintendent David reiterated that no person shall visit or be permitted to visit any quarantine or isolation station.
No visits to any quarantine site. And quarantine site here means whether it's public or privately operated or owned. No one should enter there. If you are in a private facility, it is not an excuse to say, okay, that's my brother, that's my father, that's my sister. Stay away. We are saying to you, you will be prosecuted. And we will not take these matters lightly, as we have seen around the world, where persons would have breached the necessary protocols, and we have seen a resurgence of COVID-19 in those areas. Yes, I am saying to all that we have had investigations taking place regarding persons who visited the site. We are in our final stages, And as soon as we completed that and the evidence is clear, we will proceed with prosecution. And we are saying to you, those of you who have done so, not knowing to us, do not do it again. And those of you who intended to doing it, do not do it.
A person who contravenes or fails to comply with the regulations shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $5,000 or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 6 months or to both, and to forfeiture of any goods or money in respect of which the offense has been committed. Residents of Nevis are being advised to take precautions to reduce the mosquito population in order to prevent a dengue outbreak on the island. Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne tropical disease.
We don't have any active dengue cases on Nevis. However, we appeal to persons to continue to keep the mosquito population down. And to do this, it means then that they have to ensure that there are no areas where mosquitoes can breed, and to eliminate any source at all that might be around them. It means ensuring that there are no containers that can hold water, that can cause breeding of mosquitoes. We would prefer not to have any cases of dengue. But if everybody does their part, pulls their weight, then that is what would happen.
Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Judy Nisbet. At the October 5th Nevis COVID-19 EOC briefing, Medical Officer Dr. Duana Pemberton Jeffers explained how dengue is spread.
Dengue viruses are spread to people through the bites of infected mosquitoes, mainly Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. The most common symptom of dengue is fever, with any of the following: aches and pains, eye pain, typically behind the eyes, muscle pain, joint pain, or bone pain, nausea and vomiting, and rash. Symptoms of dengue typically last 2 to 7 days.
She also noted the warning signs that indicate a person may have dengue.
If you develop any of the following symptoms, you should seek medical attention immediately: stomach pain, tenderness in the stomach, vomiting at least 3 times in 24 hours, bleeding from the nose or gums, blood in vomit or stool, feeling tired, restless, or irritable.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines last week reported 4 deaths as a result of the current outbreak of dengue. Still to come, Department of Agriculture to host food demonstrations at Ram's Supermarket as part of World Food Day activities. The details right after this break.
Known as Owali, land of beautiful waters by its native inhabitants, and later nicknamed Queen of the Caribbean by British settlers, Nevis has long relied on its natural prowess and resources to create livelihoods for its people. The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, October 6th, the Ministry and Department of Agriculture hosted a seminar to report on the plans and progress of the various divisions in the Department of Agriculture. The Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, noted that all divisions in the department must work together to ensure success.
What is important is that all of these particular divisions are dependent on each other. Vet is dependent, or the abattoir is dependent on the veterinary services to ensure we are getting healthy carcasses at the abattoir. The same thing with the extension division. Their work and energies should be geared towards ensuring that we are maintaining a healthy food chain in terms of the crops and produce that we bring to our market. The marketing division also is important to all of those various divisions because, of course, they are the ones who go out into the field or into the marketplace to determine what is essential for our hoteliers or supermarkets and our various consumers here on the island of Nevis. So everyone is dependent on each other, and it must be a wholesome approach to what we do in agriculture in order to ensure that we are achieving what we have set out to achieve in terms of sustainability and, of course, resilience in the sector.
He also spoke about the importance of hosting seminars of this nature.
It is not always an easy task to achieve your objectives, but, of course, there must be some foundation set and at least a foundation to build upon to ensure you're getting or moving towards the place you want to get to. I want to say at this point in time that what you'll realize today from these reporting session is that it gives us an idea and it gives us a chance to gauge as to what we're doing here on the island of Nevis. We have always heard that agriculture is doing well, but what do you have to show that agriculture is doing well? Without the numbers, without the actual data, you won't be able to plan, program, and implement policies so as to guide the sector forward.
The event was held at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall. The Ministry and Department of Agriculture will be hosting a series of activities to observe World Food Day 2020, which is being held under the theme Grow, Nourish, Sustain Together. One of the activities is a food demonstration to be held on Friday, October 9th, 2020 at Ram's Supermarket.
In assisting us to undertake this, we have the good people at Ram's Supermarket, and they will allow us to set up a little area here in the supermarket where we have two young chefs, Chef Erica Stapleton and Chef Joel Phillip, who will be will be demonstrating two dishes on Friday afternoon between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. here at Ram Supermarket. So we're inviting persons to come on out and see what is being demonstrated here for World Food Day 2020.
Assistant Manager of Ram's Supermarket is Shankar Wadwani.
Rams is very happy to participate in this activity with the Ministry of Agriculture, and it would be very good to see the youngsters, young chef, as you said. They will be demonstrating with their new recipes, and we are happy with that.
The food demonstration begins at 4 p.m. on Friday, October 9th, 2020. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.